And joining us to help break this down for us, former U.S. Marshal Art Roderick. Art, thanks so much for being here.
Thank you, Natasha.
I want to talk about this issue. Law enforcement really seeming to focus and hone their search in today, really within 10 miles of the crime scene and certainly close by to where he was last seen, last known to be, which was his car abandoned in that area. What does this say about how far officials and investigators believe Card may have gotten at this point, now in our second day? What are the chances that he has left this area entirely?
There's always a chance that he could have left the area, but to me, one item that hasn't really been talked about a lot is the search warrant they executed at the family's home last night that was covered extensively by you guys. There was a note there, and to me, that note might be the key to this whole thing because it could indicate motive. It also could indicate possible suicidal intentions, which might have brought them back to the boat dock. But it's going to be, I think you're going to have reporters and everybody following lines of cars over the weekend if we don't have a conclusion to this today. Hunting season starts on Friday. Firearms hunting season for deer starts on Friday. So, there could very well be a possibility of a lot more people in those woods, and law enforcement's going to stop everybody in the woods, talk to them, find out if they've seen anything suspicious, do what we used to call a field identification on them, and then let them go on their way. So I think you're going to see a lot of these kinds of police rush into certain areas based on phone calls from residents in the neighborhood.
Yeah, does a shelter in place for all of these residents, 40,000 people, does that apply to hunting season? Would it be advisable for a hunter to go out with a firearm trying to hunt deer at this time as people are following tips, looking for a man who has an assault rifle, these different officers fanning out in heavily wooded areas? Would that even be advisable?
It's not advisable, but common sense tells you you shouldn't be out in this area with a rifle. But it is hunting season. I don't know what the Fish and Wildlife people are going to do there in Maine. If they have the wherewithal to go ahead and move this a few days off and extend it on the other end. That's a possibility. But the lockdown stuff is obviously for the public, but Fish and Wildlife is going to have to come out and make some type of recommendation on the hunting season that starts on Sunday.
And I would imagine it would also just make it so much more difficult to try to follow a trail. And we know they're not just searching for him, they're also searching for any signs of him, any camps he might have had, any resources that he might be looking for. That could only be muddled by several hunters starting to start their hunting season at this time, I would imagine.
Absolutely. Listen to what local law enforcement is telling you up there, and if they're putting off the hunting season, then that's fine. It'll make it easier on law enforcement and also be quite a bit safer for the public. But it also could, when we look at that note from last night, it could have also taken him back to the boat dock to look for possibly something he might have thrown in the river, maybe got rid of some evidence, or even possibly committed suicide in that area. But it sounds like they haven't found anything up to this point.
Yeah, and I want to talk about that, Art, because we just heard that update from NewsNation's Drake Clark a few minutes ago about extraordinary efforts underway at this last known place that the suspect could have been. We know officers are combing the riverbank right now. The water level, and this is pretty interesting, has been lowered with their dam system. Sonar is being dragged. They're also searching from above. What specifically do you suspect they are searching for in the water right now? Is it a discarded firearm? Is it potentially a body at this time?
I think it's all of the above. Whatever they can find there that they can tag to this individual is what they're looking for. Whether it is possibly the rifle that he used, could it be his body himself? Yes, absolutely. So yeah, I think that's a pretty good indicator that they're following up on every single lead. But I find it interesting that they found the note last night, and then this morning they're right back to the location where he dumped the car.
So you believe that there may have been something in that note that would have caused them to search this location, redouble their efforts in this location, specifically at the river?
Yeah, I think the note's important.
Okay. Card is a firearms instructor. He's an Army reservist. He does have skills and capabilities that the average person on the run just does not have in a situation like this. How do you believe this is altering the way law enforcement is approaching his capture at this time?
I mean, he's a hunter, he's a fisherman, he knows the area. So they're taking every precaution that they possibly can. Not only does this individual have firearms training as an Army reservist, a sergeant first class, which is a pretty high rank in the enlisted ranks in the military. So he's had quite a few years of experience in firearms training, obviously as an instructor. So yeah, they're taking every possible precaution, and it does make it quite difficult, especially since he knows that area. Could he have built a bunker? Could he have built a hideout somewhere, supplied it with food over the past few months? This is all a possibility of an individual that has this type of mindset.
Okay. Art Roderick, I appreciate your the insight and time. Thank you so much.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.